Howdy, howdy,
What
Sean.
up?
What's
Long,
up, guys?
a long time no see.
Long time. So, for those of you that don't know, this is Sean Spears. He is actually a part of a team. And for those of you that haven't seen him in the past month or two, he is alive. But
I'm still in Louisiana though.
yeah, well, we are here for the Lake Garcia captain's meeting. Todd, his ear is here, but he's in the background. He'll probably pop in and out. But yeah, no, we're going to wait a couple minutes and let folks get signed in, or at least drop your name in the comment section below, just so that you guys can get that credit for the captain's meeting. I know we do have a few new, I think 2 new anglers or members of the club that are fishing this event. They want to kind of see what we're all about. So we're excited about that. So if you're watching this, make sure you drop your name in that comment section below so that we can make sure you're good to go. Failure to do so is going to result in you guys getting disqualified for that event. So we got Harrelson, Gibbons, Myers, Zamora, Frizzy, Lindsay, and Amy. What's going on, Amy? So, and Timothy Campbell. All right. So, yeah, Todd, I think Todd's just going to be monitoring that and taking note of who all is watching and whatnot. So, yeah, looking forward to this weekend. So, looking forward to seeing Sean, talking to Sean. I feel like it's been forever since we've had our last event, to be honest with you.
Yeah. I don't know. I've been stuck in the woods with no cell phone in my hands for 3 weeks. So
yeah, we know.
It's been glorious.
Yes, to talk. Oh, Robert Phillips. He has come out of the grave, it looks like. Robert, what's going on, bud? Have not seen him on here in a minute. That's awesome. Good to see you. Glad to see that you're joining us. Hopefully you're doing well. But yeah, no, we're going to cover a lot of things today in regards to Lake Garcia. We'll cover that. We're going to talk about championship qualifications, where we stand at, or where you stand at on the list that was published on our members only page, as well as we're going to cover the poll that we put on our members only page in regards to the entry fee cost for the championship. We'll see where that fell at, since that ended 3 minutes ago. So we're going to go ahead and release that information to you guys, answer any questions you guys might have in regards to the St. Johns River Championship or Blue Cypress as well. But yeah, for Lake Garcia, we're going to go ahead and kind of jump into the captain's meeting, knock out that portion of it, and then we'll just kind of move along. So I am on the Fishing Chaos app now, and I just wanted to make sure and go through that real quick. As of right now, we got 26 anglers that have registered for the event. Everyone has signed up for big bass. So that is good news. Excited to see how many fish are going to be caught and what that winning total is going to be for your best 5. I think it's going to be up there. I think it's going to be a really good event. A lot of people are going to catch some fish out on Lake Garcia. So super excited about that tournament. Again, this one is a little bit easier for us since it's a single launch, right? So that parking lot there is where pretty much everyone is going to be collecting and putting in at. Well, everyone will be. If you're all 26 anglers as of right now, should all be launching from that area. The big thing that I will say there is, if you don't have a trailer, make sure you're not parking in the assigned trailer parking. Go find a spot to where you can park, to where you're not taking up any sort of boat parking. And if you have a trailer, if you can, fit as many people as you can into those spots. If 1 or 2, I'm not sure. Last time I went out there, I think you could fit 1 or 2 of the kayak trailer folks in one of those spots. I could be wrong, but I do know that they do have porta-johns out there as well for restrooms. I would probably bring your own wipes, if dude wipes or whatever, just to be on the safe side. It is last I was out there, it did have lights. It was well lit. Someone can correct me if I'm wrong, but there were lights out in the parking area there for everyone. So Single launch there. On our last live that we did I think 2 weeks ago, we talked about where the staging area for our event is going to be. You guys are going to be able to put in your kayaks and make your way down that main canal to where it opens up, and you guys are to stay out of that main running canal to the right in that collected area there, and then you guys at 6:30 will be eligible to go underway. We just want to make you guys get out of the boat ramp, the lanes there for the airboats and the potential for bass boats that go out of there for safety reasons. Just make sure that you guys are staging in that in the correct area, and I'll take a screenshot of the lake and with a square box around where we're expecting you guys to stage at and post it on our members only page for everyone to see. But that's just to kind of make sure everyone is that we're not getting ran over by any boats. But also make sure you got your 360 lights and your nav lights for going under any time of darkness or low visibility. But we'll get to that a little bit later. So yeah, figure there's going to be a boat tournament going out of there. But yeah, just make sure you guys are squared away in regards to that. Same traditional tournament, lines in, lines out. Lines in is going to be at 7. Lines out is going to be at 3. And your last photo submission is going to be at 3:30. And the award ceremony is going to start hopefully as soon as possible. With it being one boat ramp, we'll try to get it knocked out right around 4:15 for you guys, so that you guys can get on the road. The only caveat to that is there may be a possibility that we might can the entire award ceremony if Todd is not able to make the event. It's probably gonna be a game time thing for Todd. We'll let you guys know. He's going through some stuff right now, so we'll let you guys know if he's going to be there or if he has to leave and get off the water for whatever reason. We will have to postpone that award ceremony, and then we'll do it at the Blue Cypress or the championship just for that. But yeah, more to come. Just pay attention. I'll send out any notification through Fishing Chaos, and I'll upload it on our members only page if anything changes in regards to the award ceremony. The winners will still get their checks or whatnot, but the actual checks to cash in, but for their big checks and everything else, we might have to postpone it.
Yeah, and we'll definitely do it at Blue Cypress. I'll be down there. Todd should be back. If not, we can run those and award those or recognize those individuals at the Blue Cypress event for sure.
Yeah. But yeah, same thing as far as the regular season. Or this is a regular season event, right? So you're getting those AOI points. This is an event that's going to qualify for that lunker, which at this very moment it is Daryl Harrelson that is in the current lead for the FKBT lunker. So that can definitely be beat on these next two bodies of water for sure. I'm not sure if it is. I wish everyone the best of luck and hope that there is one that cracks the 25-inch mark. I know there was one or two caught in over 25 this past weekend, not necessarily on Lake Garcia, but I know Amy and Brian Nelly both caught some big fish. I definitely know Lake Garcia has them in there. So I wouldn't be surprised if that lunker got beat on Garcia. Some things to note as far as safety goes. I'll cover down safety, and then Sean can talk about all of the boundaries and launch locations if he wants to afterwards. Again, with safety, make sure you guys have your PFDs on at all times. That is a requirement. If you guys are fishing as an angler and you see another angler that is competing in our tournament actively not wearing a PFD, right? You need to report it to text me, right? I'm not going to tell them who told me. I'll reach out to that member and ask them kindly, are you wearing your PFD? And if they say yes, or if they say no, it will be handled accordingly. But I think you guys have seen enough this year what happens when you don't wear your PFD while on the water. I know for some reason this year Florida has been particularly sporty while out on the water, meaning the wind can pick up at any time. It's Florida; it's that time of the year, and things can happen, right? So just have your head on a swivel. If it's getting too uncomfortable for you, get off the water. That's the best thing, right? You know your own limitations, right? And if it gets to a particular point, it will be postponed. It will be canceled, or we'll do what we need to do as tournament directors to make sure that you guys are safe and not putting you guys in any particular harm's way. But it is Florida. It is windy, right? But we also know that it can change and not be windy. So that's why we have you guys on the water. If you guys feel like it is unsafe, one, contact us. I'm not in Florida at the moment. Sean's not there as well. Contact Todd, or if Todd is on the water, David Myers or Jeff Gallagher. Those are going to be the three in-person tournament directors that are going to be, able to make that decision, since they are there in person. So I will just be the one communicating it out to you guys through our mass notification system on Fishing Chaos, or on our Facebook page. So just monitor that. This Saturday shouldn't be too bad at all. It's your typical weather patterns. Is from what we look like. It's coming from the north at like 5 to 11 miles an hour, with the potential for gusts up over the 20-mile-an-hour mark. But again, I've seen it declining as the week has went on. So we'll keep an eye on it. Yep, sunny and breezy. That's what I've seen as well too. So we do know it's Florida. We'll keep an eye on it. As far as that goes, if you're running a kayak with a motor, make sure you have your green and red navigation lights. Make sure they're on. Your 360 white light. Your flag, your high visibility flag is flown. I know on Garcia they have a large amount of airboats that traverse that area. So just make sure that you guys have your if you don't have it, you're gonna get disqualified. But make sure that you guys are having your your high visibility flag flying. The higher you can get it, the better. If you have a power pole, zip tie it to the top of your power pole. Yak Attack makes these really cool adapters that have a 1/4 20-inch thread on it that you can screw onto the top of your power pole that has a flag and a 360 white light. Maybe we're going to be giving away some of those at our championship this year. And I'll post them on our members only page, or on the official FKBT page, for you guys can see it. And that might be something you guys can purchase as an additional safety precaution for you guys there. But as far as that goes, I think I covered everything as far as safety goes, and just the regular stuff. I'll turn it over to Sean to go over the extensive boundaries and launch locations for the next two particular events in reality. So Sean, I'll turn it over to you.
Yeah, I mean, you already covered a boat launch. There's
one.
Numero uno. For boundaries, I mean, there's levees all the way around. If you can get to it, whether you're pedal powering or paddling, it's good, as long as you don't get out of your kayak and pull your kayak over a levee and cross into another body of water. Any water you can access, pedal power or paddle, you're good to fish. It's cut and dry. Penny, any questions on that? I mean, yeah, just be safe. Like Bailey said, the winds have been calmed down as we've been watching this week, so it should be a good one. And going forward, I'm sure we'll talk about it again, but Blue Cypress cut and dry. If you can paddle to it, you can go all the way up that canal, all as far as you want, until land stops you, or some man-made object such as like a little lock or dam stops you. But Blue Cypress is wide open.
Yeah.
But
all right.
Any questions from you guys?
Pretty straightforward. Pretty straightforward. So for the captain meeting, in regards to that, did we miss anything, Sean?
No, I think we covered everything. No, we're not going to open up Rodman for the championship.
Nope.
St. John's is pretty wide open, all the way from Astor Bridge all the way up to.
We're allowing the lake above Astor Bridge.
Yeah, but it goes further north than that. I forget what my northern boundary was. It's posted in the members only or official page.
Yeah.
So the boundaries are there, pretty wide open. Any ramp that's, whether it's public or you got to pay a fee in a private business, is eligible launches.
Yeah, and for folks that might be wondering too, our championship award ceremony, our like end of year celebration and everything is going to be in Astor. We're trying to nail down if we're going to do it at the ramp in that which we did our St. John's meetup, our St. John's event last year there, because it has a fairly large parking lot and a pavilion there, or if we're going to do it at the restaurant that's just right up the road. We're still trying to wait back and hear from the folks there if they would allow us to do that. It just the only limitation there was parking with the kayaks and boats and stuff. But the boat ramp, that might be the best case scenario for us. They had a pretty big pavilion there and plenty of parking and bathrooms and stuff. So that's probably what we're going to end up doing. And I might just order pizza and have pizza there for you guys and sodas and stuff to have delivered there to you. I won't be able to make the championship this year. I'm going to be in training for that month. But we'll definitely make sure that, you guys have what you need there as well. So, but yeah, that's what
I was going to answer Daryl's question. Only you have to get off the water, Daryl. So.
Yeah. So yeah, we'll definitely let you guys know. As of right now, the award ceremony is still planning to take place. It's just, yeah, I'm not sharing any more information as to why it might be postponed, but hopefully everything will be good.
Yeah, you'll know the morning of.
Yeah.
Whether there's going to be an award ceremony afterwards or not.
Yeah. Yep. So we'll definitely communicate that to you. If you guys have any questions, I do see that one of the new members, Sael Lopez, he's going to be joining our event. This is going to be his first event of the year with us. He will definitely make him feel welcomed at the boat ramp. If he has any questions, you need any help, make sure that you reach out to us so that we make sure that you're squared away. I believe Christopher Blanco and him brought him into the club, and then who was it? Hold on a second. Let me see who the other gentleman was. It was, Denton Giovinco got Frandy Sanchez. Frandy Sanchez is a new member as well. That is going to be fishing this event with us. So if those two guys, if you haven't met them, hopefully they'll introduce themselves at the boat ramp. We're looking forward to having them join the club. Thanks for joining the club this late in the season. Something else I will say that I want to bring up: location on your phones. Make sure, go in, double, triple, quadruple check that your guys' data or your locations are turned on through Fishing Chaos, and also that you guys are allowing your phone gallery to capture the data from your photos. Meaning, like when you take a picture of your fish and it goes to your gallery also needs to be able to grab that location, because when you go to Fishing Chaos and you upload from your gallery for their photo and you go and you put that in, it's not able to pull the XF data because your phone is not pulling it. So I've seen a little bit of that in the monthly tournament. Going in and judging them, I've seen where there's been anglers that are submitting it and their XF data is not being able to pull. So those locations, or those fish, are being denied until you can provide me with a location where that fish was caught. Yes, there was an update to Fishing Chaos. Make sure you go in there and you push that update, and always go back in and test those configurations, those settings on there. Make sure all three of those need to have green check marks next to them, and you should be good to go. But yeah, those are some big things that I just wanted to put into your guys' head leading into it. If you have any questions or you want to know if, hey, are my settings right? The Florida Kayak Bass Trail, we have an FKBT test tournament on Fishing Chaos. It's free. Just go in there, sign up or register, sign up, and then go submit a picture. It can be a picture of the floor, it could be anything appropriate. And then it'll allow me to go in there and I can test your settings on where the photo was captured and submitted from. Yeah. So thank you, Joshua, for that as well. So for my new guys that are fishing this event, I'm going to make a post on the FKBT official page that's going to do a board check. What I need you guys to do is to take a picture of your catch board or your Yak Attack leaderboard. Those are the only two boards that we authorize in our tournaments. I've sent both of you guys the rules, so it should show in those rules. It tells you what's required on the inside of the fence. We need a contrasting mark on the inside of your fence, and I'm about to show you what that looks like. So I have a photo right. Let's do this one. Okay, so if you look at Blake's fish here, that right there is overhead. That's the angle in which we want your fish submissions to be captured in. It's over the head. You can see that you can see the contrasting mark on the inside of the fence where the fish's mouth is. That white sticker there that meets the requirement for our club. And then the identifier is 100% in this photo. One thing that I would say about this particular photo is it could be hard for the judge to determine if that fish's mouth is sitting all the way up on the fence of that board. So what I would suggest is that right there. That allows us to see directly down on the fish and make certain that that mouth is fully seated against the fence. It has a contrasting mark. The tail is laying right there on that 22.5-inch mark, and the identifier is completely in the photo. This right here is a perfect photo. If you would like to place your hand on the fish, I will show this right here. This is the proper hand placement for that bass. Anywhere in the gray area, your hand can be. No touch zone is there in red. You can't cover the eyes or the mouths, and you cannot go underneath any a portion of your hand cannot enter the gill flap. Okay, so that right there is the appropriate hand placement for that. This is going to be your an identifier. I sent both of you guys the printable versions of these. If you guys don't have one of those identifiers, please get with one of the anglers at the boat ramp. I'm sure they would be more than happy to share one of theirs with you. The code is going to be released at 7 o'clock tomorrow night. Yeah. This is another photo for Yak Attack, the leaderboard. If you guys wanted to see that, that is a great picture there as well. Yeah.
Yeah. Can I interrupt real quick?
Yep, go for it.
For problem we addressed last time I judged maybe a tournament or two ago. I think it was Ocalapalooza time frame, but that angling your board, like in Blake's photo, that Old Town style hull. I have the same kayak, but mine's not the EPDL. You have a drastic angle on the board, so you got to angle your camera centered over top that fish to get that good overhead shot. That's if you put it at a steep angle your camera the same way, centered over top of the fish, and it makes it easy. If you don't, some of them look like you're looking from the tail down towards the mouth, and I physically can't see the mouth touching the bump. Yeah. If that makes sense. So if you angle your board, angle your phone the same way, snap that photo over top.
Yeah, you just kind of match it and it'll be good.
Yeah, matched angle and you'll be perfect. If you don't match angle, like I said, it looks like we're looking down from the tail down through the body and you cannot see the mouth, and I'm gonna deny that fish and tell you to send me another one.
Yeah, and something I also noticed, and I corrected it with one of the anglers in the monthlies as well, and that's it. I'm glad we're doing the monthly, that month-long challenge, because it gives us an opportunity to kind of help coach and say, hey, this is kind of like borderline to get denied or not. Is if you're putting your catch board on your lap and you're taking a photo. I've seen where it's there and people are kind of taking a photo where it's kind of, it's not over. It's like kind of at a weird angle. So just make sure it's here. You can use, if you have the iPhone, just kind of zoom out or do the 0.5 and take the photo directly over like that. And it'll be easy in doing so. That's what it should look like. And if it's at an angle, just make sure that you are angling it. One thing here I did want to bring up for those new anglers as well, the glare. So when it comes to that, just make sure that you guys are doing your doing a little bit of due diligence there and making sure that trying to eliminate the glare so that we can make sure that the fish is seated up against that bump board appropriately. And you want to also make sure that the entirety of that fence is in the photo. Don't cut it off. I think I might have a photo of one that's cut off. No, I don't. But I'll make a post, or if you have questions on what I mean by that, I can send it to you. But yeah, we don't want to. We want to make sure that the entirety and fence of that bump board is shown.
Yeah,
So
and
we can.
I was gonna say low resolution uploads on that orange Yak Attack leaderboard. You're probably going to get a follow-up post-tournament to verify that photo in
Yes.
person, because it's very difficult with the distortion of a low resolution upload. Some of them you can identify, some you cannot, and it's going to require follow-up post-tournament in person.
Yep.
Hey, let me see that photo. Let me verify that the length you input is correct, because it's very difficult with the orange one in low res uploads.
Yeah, and even on this is a normal resolution. It's kind of from this angle here. You really got to zoom in to verify if that's a 23 and a half or a 23 and a quarter.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah,
yeah,
and yeah, we allow low res uploads. You probably shouldn't need it out there, but if you do, just be aware. Like if you have an orange leaderboard or any board for that case, sometimes it distorts it a little bit, and we'll require follow up. I think we did like 1 or 2 follow ups for the Ocalapalooza event / Harris.
Yep. Yeah, we will. And then something I have noticed just from judging too, make sure you guys are putting in the proper length on that fish. Pay extra attention to that. I've seen a lot where folks are putting like a 17 and a half, and it's not even close to touching the half-inch increment. So people are just kind of going in and just putting it in there. I'm changing it. If you put in a 17 and a quarter and it's 17 and a half, you're getting what you put it in as. It's getting approved at what you put it in. But if it is if you put it in at 17 and a half and it's a 17 and a quarter, then we're going in and we're adjusting it to the lower increments, right? So definitely make sure. I think there was a 188-inch fish caught this past week. I'm just kidding. I'm giving Frizzy a hard time. Just make sure making sure you're putting that decimal place in there so that you guys are not making any extra work for us out there.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Because I think I made the comment during our last live I was part of that. I spent half my day making corrections, giving people quarter inches here or there, or deducting 1 whole inch because it was labeled as a 15.5 and it was really a 14.5. I understand people make mistakes. I've done it before and had to call Bailey and be like, "Hey, fix this fish." But it was pretty excessive last time I judged. There's a lot of corrections, and we gave them to you. But like Bailey already said, hey, if you short yourself a quarter inch, you short yourself a quarter inch.
Yeah. Yep. But yeah, any questions for the new guys that might have anything, or did we miss something? Anyone else want us to cover anything that we might have missed here? Again, we're going towards the end of our season, so our goal is to make these as short and sweet as possible, just because you guys have been sitting through 8, 9, 10, 12, 20 of these things each year. Again, nothing really new. Just want to make sure we're covering it so that no one yes, thanks, Harrelson. Gators. I guess there's been some that are out there that are doing their calls, their grumblings. So it's getting to be that time of the year again. So just make sure that you guys are well aware of your surroundings, knowing that we are in their habitat. We are encroaching on them. So I do know from conversations that I've had with anglers that have went out there and pre-fish, they are sitting up on top of mats, and some of them are not scared. Let's just put it this way, where they're coming at hissing and potentially coming after trying to get your bait. So just be cognizant of them and where you're at, and you should be good. So Skibbins, no separate idea. In the identifier code for the team, there's a code for the team, and then there's going to be a code for Garcia. They're two separate codes, or two separate codes
You can
that
put it on
can
the
be
same
put on the
identifier.
same identifier card. Just make sure that they're on there. I forgot what the team one is, what the team code is. But yeah, the code for Garcia is going to be released on tomorrow night at 7. Yeah, they are brave. They are brave, but hey, just be smart and make sure you guys keep your head on a swivel when it comes to the Gators. Definitely boat traffic, all that sort of thing. Just make sure you're aware of the boaters that are around you, the airboats, and so on and so forth. So, anything else that I missed? Blake, if you go on to our Facebook page and you just type in St. John's Boundaries, it'll pull up. I think we are going to have to. What did you say, Sean? Sean?
Yeah, sorry.
Did you say anything about the boundaries?
Yeah, it's pinned. I believe Christopher Bailey pinned it after I made the post.
Yeah, it's on our featured. If you go to the top of our FKBT page here, hold on, I'll show you. So if you go to the top of the page and you click the featured tab, you're going to see our poll that was for the entry fees, and right underneath, 3 posts down, is the championship boundaries. The only thing that I think Sean might have to update is the lake that on the north end of Astor, that big lake. I don't think did you add that?
The boundaries to the north of Lake George.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, then that's good. Yeah, I didn't. Yeah, so yeah, that should be good. But everything that we have there, it's all there. It's wide open.
Yeah, zoom in on it. Zoom into the northern boundary. I forget what the bridge is called.
Oh yeah, it's called the north is called the Satsuma Bridge. That's the most northern boundary. It's like a railroad stop bridge, trestle bridge.
Yeah, you got a ton of water.
Yeah. So you can go all the way from the Satsuma Bridge all the way down to
Astor Bridge.
The Astor Bridge.
I'm sorry, DeLand Bridge.
DeLand Bridge on 44.
And there's a creek. It's called to the west, just north of DeLand Bridge.
Yeah,
it's called like Fish Eating Creek.
Yeah.
What is it? What is it called?
It's called Spring Creek.
Yeah, Spring Creek. You can go all the way to that like primitive launch way out there.
Yeah, it's Bluff Landing Campground launch. Yeah. It's the furthest west you can go. Yep. Yeah. Everything's there. It's a bunch of water for our championship there. In the river. So Astor is the middle area. That's where we're going to be doing our somewhere in there. We'll send the actual location once we get confirmations either. But the 2 places it's going to be is less than a mile from one another. But yep. So that's going to conclude the mandatory captains meeting for Lake Garcia. What I'm going to move into now is discussing. I think you guys all kind of just saw it, but the championship entry fee for this year is going to be $150, including the big bass. So we'll post all of the payouts and everything based off of that. We're still making sure that all 35 anglers are going to be able to compete. Some things kind of before we post what the payout's going to be, we're going to wait to see how many people actually qualify. We're still waiting on the team. The team tournament to make sure if anyone new from that particular tournament qualifies that isn't already qualified, if we're going to get to that 35 angler mark there. But the entry fee, 47 votes. So thank you guys for participating in the voting. And as of right now, it looks like 24 people voted for 150. And hold on, 12 people voted for 125. And 12 people voted for 200. So the overwhelming majority of the club voted for that 150 entry fee. And I think that's where we're going to be there, including that big bass. So that's definitely, we'll post the payout scales and all of that fun stuff. So Amy Brown, you asked a very good question. I'm not sure if Sean saw this. That is, you see it, Sean?
Yeah, I see it. Sorry.
It's a week. 1 week.
7 days prior to the event.
Yep.
Yeah.
7 days prior to the lines in is going to be off limits for the St. John's. I know we spoke a little bit about that whenever we introduced the St. John's River and what that was going to look like. So yeah, it's going to be 7 days prior to lines in that you guys are going to be is going to be off limits for that particular event. We'll talk about we got to talk about something about potential for. Yeah, we'll discuss it next Thursday a little bit more, but 7 days. Good question though. We went over the entry fee for the championship. What I do want to do now is go over it's also pinned in the feature is the top 35 anglers as of right now. So some of our automatic qualifiers, the folks that have already met the qualification standard and won an event. So we got Jason Leach, Wendy Biles, Daryl Harrelson, Hunter Taylor, Sherman Bishop, Blake Johnson are all automatically qualified and have earned their way into this year's championship based off of their wins and fishing the minimum of the 4 events that qualify them for the championship. Seth Taylor is needing to complete at least one more of the 2. And then once he does that and catches the fish in at least one of those, he will have automatically qualified himself into the championship as well. Lake Garcia winner, as long as they fish the minimum of 4 events, and whoever wins that event is going to automatically qualify. Same for the Blue Cypress and the team challenge. As long as they fish 4 events and they aren't already qualified in the top 35, then those 2 anglers are going to be competing in the championship as well. But I'm going to go down the list real quick. If you hear your name as of right now, you are currently above the cut line for fishing being eligible for the championship. So we have Blake Abbey, Devin Holbrook, Granger, Robert Oakley, Christopher Blanco, Chris Clutter, Frizzy Zamora, Sam Burke, Thomas Woodring, Jeff Gallagher, Christopher Lindsay, Chris Mitchell, Scott Gibbons, Amy Brown, Albert Poor, Evan Fracasso, Joshua Perez, Chris Collier, Timothy Campbell, Todd Quillen, Ryan Dills, Sean Spears, Denton Giovinco, John Hicks, Fred Anderson. All of those anglers are above that the threshold for the championship. However, below the cut line, there are a bunch of anglers that just need one more event that will push them over, and some names are going to start dropping below that cut line. So with only 26 anglers that are signed up, there's a lot of those anglers that are signed up that are currently below that cut line that are going to potentially jump above that. So there's after the Lake Garcia event, I'll go in and redo the chart and post it again on our FKBT official page, just so everyone sees where they're currently falling, and so it's not a surprise to them. But yeah, that's exciting. It's going to be close. I know our Angler of the Year race as well is sitting really tight at the top. I'll go through that here momentarily as well for you guys to kind of go through and so folks can kind of see where they're at. I don't know why it's, hold on a second. What's going on here? Hold on a second. I don't know why this is not working. Give me a second. That Fishing Chaos update threw my my stuff off there. Okay, let's go here. Go to Trolling Club. Hold on a second. I got you. I know Jason Leach is sitting up at the top right now. So Jason Leach is in first place with 571 points, and Blake Abbey is in second place with 566. So he just has to drop his 87 points from Lake Toho. So there's a possibility for that to definitely happen. We got Granger, who is currently our Rookie of the Year. He's sitting in third place in Angler of the Year points as well. And he has an 81 that he needs to get rid of. So there's definitely a lot of movement that can take place there. You got Wendy Biles in 4th place that has 2 tournaments in which she can get rid of that will really help her. Devin Holbrook, Daryl Harrelson, Frizzy Zamora. Those are all individuals who have a really realistic shot at making a run for the Angler of the Year race with 3 events left, right? So we have Garcia, Blue Cypress, and the championship, all in which kind of go into the Angler of the Year race. So for those of you that didn't see, Angler of the Year is going to be taking home $1,000 and cash from that. So last year I think we did 350. This year we're upping it to 1,000, and I think that's something that we're going to continue to try to build on as we grow our club. And there's some other prizes in which you guys are going to walk away with, and Rookie of the Year as well. There's going to be some cash there with some prizes as well. I just want to get an update on some of the things that you guys can expect to be given away at the championship. We got a YOLO Tech 360 Lite GoPro combo mount that we're going to be giving away. There's going to be some stipulations to how you're actually going to be eligible for that particular giveaway. We'll discuss that a little bit more next week. We're doing we got some Yak Attack products that we're going to be giving away. We got Nakawa battery packs. We reached out to them. They hooked us up with a huge championship bundle that we're going to be giving away. We got some other Nakawa products that were purchased that we're giving away. We got some BB1s and some Lose products, some rods and reels as well. Man, what else did we buy? Todd's on here, but I don't know, man. We bought a lot of stuff here recently. I think we bought over around $1,500 to $2,000 worth of stuff. I've just been sending it all to Todd's house. So we got a bunch of product that we're giving away. And I'm super excited about that, but it's really good product. It's not like these like cheap things. These are things that you guys are actually going to be able to use for towards your kayak and building and rigging out your stuff, and powering your GoPros and your batteries. We also have a NK 180 that we're going to be giving away. That was donated by Jeff Gallagher. That's going to be given away as a prize. Dakota Lithium. We got some Hobie Eyewear gift cards that we're going to be giving away. Yak Attack reached out. They hooked us up with some gift card codes. So we're going to be giving away some gift cards for Yak Attack, all sorts of things. So super excited about that. The cash prizes for the championship is going to be awesome as well. So we are super excited about it. I'm bummed that I won't be able to make it, but I know that you guys are going to have a fun time, and Todd and those guys are going to make it a lot of fun for you guys that are competing in that championship. We do have some unique stickers that we're going to be purchasing and giving away to the qualifiers as well. So yeah, super excited about it. Todd, I know you're in the background, but type anything in there if I missed anything. Good. Okay. All right. I see you. All right. All right. So that's going to wrap it up for the Lake Garcia and anything. If you guys have any questions, comments, or concerns, again, just reach out to me directly. I'll make sure that it's taken care of. Oh, I do want to highlight the team stuff. I don't want to forget about them. We do have a team challenge that's going on, like I discussed earlier. And I want to go in and highlight who we have in the lead as of right now for that team challenge. So we have 12 teams, 183 entries so far. And as of right now, we have Woodring and Bruce in first place. So Thomas Woodring and Bruce are going to be in first with 199 inches. The Real Fanatics, that they're sitting in second place with 197 inches, and that's going to be Lloyd Hardy, and you have Blake Johnson in there as well for the Real Fanatics, sitting at 197 inches. So that's a real tight race there. And then you got Daryl Harrelson and Chris Mitchell sitting in third with 190 and 3/4 inches there. And then that's your top three. And then your fourth and fifth place, you got the Little Debbies in fourth, and Reed and Frizzy, or Alan Reed and Frizzy Zamora are in 5th with 174.5 inches. Hydrilla Gorillas are in 6th with 173.25. You got your Bass Busters that are at 152. Jason Leach and Evan Fracassa at 123.25 inches. Bishop and Myers at 118.25 in 9th place. In 10th place, you have Chris Parker and Jeff Gallagher at 101.75. And then you got Todd Quillen and Hunter Taylor in 11th with a whopping 26 inches. Todd, I know you're not on here and I know you're not feeling well, but I need you to pick up your game, buddy, once you get feeling better, all right? Hunter Taylor, we're used to seeing you guys put up some big fish, so you need to go find those things and put them on the board so that you guys move up that leaderboard there. And I want to see at least 100 inches put up this week by you guys. So move up the board a little bit. But there's been some big fish caught on the team challenge right now. Big fish is Daryl Harrelson with the 23. Some of you guys might be wondering why your big bass isn't showing on the big bass leaderboard. For whatever reason, during that first week, fish that were being caught were not being submitted to that leaderboard. I went in and made some adjustments on Saturday once it was brought to my attention, and it started uploading those submissions. So that was something on my end. I believe it just wasn't recognizing the bass, so I went in there and updated it and changed it. However, it hasn't. No one caught it. Lloyd caught a 23.25, but he did not sign up for big bass. So that's why Harrelson's is in first with big bass for that. So, yeah. Good job, guys. Keep catching those fish. I know Lake Garcia is going to put up a bunch of fish and hopefully some big ones as well. So I'm looking forward to seeing that leaderboard shift there on the team challenge this week. The FKBT Top 25 challenge, that is something that we're doing for all of 2025, and it's your best 25. Right now, Daryl Harrelson has taken the #1 spot in that challenge with 486 inches and 486.5 inches. So far in that year-long tournament, we've had 564 fish caught. Daryl is in first. Jeff Gallagher's right behind him with 482.75. So a lot of big fish there being caught as well. So it's not too late to sign up for the FKBT Top 25 Bass Tournament. That's a year-long thing. Money that's being raised in that is helping with championship prizes, payouts, and whatnot. So that's just a fundraiser that we're doing to help raise money for championships and prizes and giveaways and whatnot. So yeah, we're doing really, really good right now. So I'm super excited about that. But yeah, that's all I have for tonight. I appreciate you guys staying on with me this long. If you guys are just now watching this and made it this far, make sure you guys write your name in the comment section below to receive credit for the Lake Garcia captain's meeting. But yeah, good luck on Saturday. Be safe, be smart, and if you guys run into any problems, reach out to me, and I'll make sure to do my best to resolve whatever comes up. But I will be judging Saturday. Me and Sean both will be. So if you get your fish denied, make sure you're checking those comment sections. Reach out to me, and I'll provide what justification I need to in order to make sure you're taken care of. Okay. But until then, you guys tight lines and best of luck this Saturday on Lake Garcia. I'm excited to see those fish. So we'll see you guys then.